Welcome back, everyone's the Bourbon Judge. We are back at it. We're going to dive into a fun subject today. 5 bottles I would not buy again. So 5 bottles I won't buy again. But before we do so, real quick, I want to give a huge shout out to my newest patrons. So let's go ahead and welcome Ryan C., Joseph H., and Kevin C. So Ryan, Joseph, and Kevin, welcome to the Judge family. Really do appreciate you, gentlemen. We like to have a little bit of fun here. So between our Discord, kind of going back and forth and bottle swaps and so forth, we have a lot of, patron meetups. Actually, in the next month, I have a couple patron meetups. We have one in Chicago, one in Kentucky, barrel picks. We're doing a couple of those as well. So we like to have a little bit of fun. So Ryan, Joseph, as well as Kevin, welcome to the Judge family. And I should say thank you for all my other patrons, all the men and the ladies. We actually have a lot of ladies as well. So thank you for all your support. Really do appreciate you. As well as thank you for all the subscribers who watch the channel as well. Cool? All right. So today we're diving into 5 bottles I wouldn't buy again. Now I want to be crystal clear. I'm not shaming any brands. This is not about shaming the brands or saying, oh, these brands are horrible. That's actually not the case. Most of these, I actually do like them. There's just a combination of either maybe the prices went up or the quality of the whiskey just isn't as good as it used to be. So there's a bunch of different variety of reasons why I'm saying I'm not buying these again, but I'm not saying anything bad about the brands. Cool? All right. These are not in order either. These are just 5 that when I looked at these, I'm like, wow. I can't see myself buying another bottle of this. All right. So the first one, I'm going to go ahead for the first one and dive into Rabbit Hole. When I say Rabbit Hole, I grab the Cave Hill. You can grab the Derringer. You can grab the High Gold, right? I just think Rabbit Hole in general, when you think about Rabbit Hole, for the most part, it's about a $60 bottle, sometimes $60, $65, depending on where you're at. In my personal opinion, Rabbit Hole is decent whiskey, but it should not be a $60 to $65 bottle. It should be, in theory, maybe $30 to $35. So it's way overpriced. Decent whiskey, but way overpriced for the price point. If it was $35, absolutely, but not at $60 to $65. So it's the price. It's about $30 over what it really should be. It's a great deli sipper, and I think this is one, for example, that it could even be a really good that you can make like a mixed whiskey drink out of it. But at $60, there are a lot of other whiskeys at $60 to $65 that I would buy before I buy this bottle again. Just the truth. You guys know me. I'm always going to speak the truth. Not bad whiskey. It's just not $60 to $65. Good whiskey. Fair? All right. What is the number 2 whiskey? Oh boy, this one. Wait and see. All right, number 2. So this brand produces thousands of barrels, but somehow when it comes to blending it for themselves, they just can't get it right. I know. I'm speaking the truth though. This is Remus Repeal. Don't get me wrong. When you think of Remus Repeal 5, sure, that was the Grand Slam, out of the ballpark, the best batch they ever released. But 1 through 4, so-so. And the other ones since then, just not good. And then also, you got to think of the fact of Remus Repeal used to be a $99 bottle, so $100 bottle. So when I bought Remus 5, it was fantastic. I loved it. Ultra aged whiskey blended together, and it was flat out amazing. But now the price is like $125, $130. I don't know what it is. I mean, MGP obviously ages and has thousands of bottles in their warehouse. But when it comes to blending the whiskey themselves, I hate to say it, they don't excel at that. They really don't. It is what it is. It's just the truth, right? Good whiskey, but definitely not 120. Maybe in the $70 range, sure, but not 120 and definitely not 130. Don't believe the hype. There's a lot of great whiskey out there. If you're going to spend $100+, do not buy the Remus Repeal. Trust me. Just trust me on that one. All right. Before I get through 3 through 5, and by the way, no asterisk today. Before I get to 3 through 5, let me know real quick. Drop me a comment. Let me know what are a few bottles that you would not buy again and why. Also hit the like button as well as hit the subscribe button also. And please make sure you hit that bell so you get notifications each and every time I release new content. Fair? All right. So Judge, what is number 3 and why? So number 3 for me, when I first bought this bottle, I think I even gave it the judgment of a buy, and it was a while ago. I'm talking like maybe more than a year ago. There's 2 things that happened. Number 1, at the time, I was okay with the price point, But now I'm like, wow, that price point, like $100, that was a lot of money at that time for that bottle. Number two, the quality of this whiskey also, and I barely, you'll see, I barely dipped into it. I recently just had it the other night. It's definitely dropped over the last year. So number three is Alberta Premium, this cast strength rye whiskey. When I first got this, I really enjoyed it. I really did. But at the price point, there are a lot of other great rye whiskeys out there that I would prefer to get. Trust me, a lot of like standard like American ryes. And honestly, if I'm gonna go to Canada, I might as well spend at $100. I might as well spend an extra $30. Give me a bottle of Found North that's like fantastic. That's, you know, blended and so forth. It's not a pure rye. Obviously, it's rye and corn, everything that Nick and the team does there. Found North is phenomenal. But this Alberta straight Canadian cast strength rye whiskey, I just can't buy it again. I can't. It just lost its appeal. There's a lot of other rye whiskeys out there that are cheaper on the market. 30, 40, I mean, gosh, Pikesville, Sagamore, you name it. That's better cast strength rye whiskey compared to this, or just, you know, higher proof whiskey compared to this. So that's number three on the list. All right, number 4 and 5. 4 and 5 might surprise you a little bit. It might surprise you a little bit. So number 4, this comes from probably one of my favorite distilleries. So you know I'm speaking the truth when I talk about this. One of my favorite distilleries, but not this expression. Their core lineup of like their core whiskey, absolutely amazing, and I love it. But when they try to start finishing whiskeys, like in different, like, you know, like finishes, no matter if it's sherry or whatever it might be, they just drop the ball when it comes to this category. So number 4, Thomas S. Moore. Folks, you guys know me. I am one of the biggest 1792 Barton fans out there. You give me 1792 small batch, bottled and bond, full proof, stop it. But Thomas S. Moore finishing this port cast at like $75. Anyone wants this bottle, you can come grab it. I can't do it again. Regular 1792, I love it. But when they try to finish stuff, that's when everything just kind of falls apart. I don't know what they are doing. I don't know if they're leaving it in the second cast for too long or too short. I don't know exactly what they're doing, but they're not doing it right. It's just a fact. It is what it is. That is number 4 on the list. All right, what is number 5? Woo! I saved the best for last. So number 5, again, it's not the quality of the whiskey. I actually love number 5. Hear me out. Hear that again. I love number 5, but it's on this list because of cash. It's super expensive. So number 5, I will not be buying this bottle again because of the price point. It used to be like $120, then it was $130 or $140, and now I normally see it for like $160, $165. No, I'm not doing it. Not again. Knob Creek 18. So if you saw recently, I just reviewed Knob Creek. I did not a blind, it was side by side, but a Knob Creek 18 versus Knob Creek 12. I can get the Knob Creek 12 for $70 and save $90 versus buying this. I can get 2 Knob Creek 12s. And honestly, other than, you know, of course, obviously the 6-year age statement, and obviously this one has a little bit more oak than the Knob Creek 12. When you truly kind of compare them side by side, apples to apples, I mean, they're pretty much honestly equal. So why would I drop an extra $90 to get Knob Creek 18 when I can get 2 Knob Creek 12s and still save $20 over buying Knob Creek 18? Not happening. This whiskey is delicious, but it ain't $1.60 good. Let's be crystal clear. All right, folks, you guys know, in this courtroom, the judge is always going to keep it real. Until the next time, peace, cheers, most important, salute. Take care. See ya.